Hello everybody and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. I had to check the date, my bad. Today is July 6, 2019 and we are here for our 101st show of the 2019 ATP and WTA seasons. And tonight is debt payment night for Carla. So if you're new to this channel, we do bets where one person will bet another, and I bet Carla that Ashley Barty would go farther than Amanda Anisimova in this year's Wimbledon tournament, and I bet Carla that she would have to dress up if I won the bet, and that I did. So without ado, for the first time in about 8 years, Carla, mother of 5 kids, let's go, come on, is dressed up to kill. Let's see how she gets it done. Carla, you ready? Slowly. This is the carpet walk.
How embarrassing.
So, Carla, how does it feel to be dressed up for the first time in as many years?
Weird.
All right, well, let's get this show on the road, right?
All right, let's get the show started.
Let's go. Come on. Think I can get your number, though?
You already got my number.
I got it a long time ago. You think I can get it again?
Sure.
All right, let's go. All right. Excited about this one. Can't wait to get my pillow straight because I lost my mindset watching you roll out in that blue dress. Let's roll. Woo! Man, it's going down. I'm glad I'm not a real news anchor on real TV with you sitting next to me because I would never get any work done whatsoever. Anybody disagree with me on that? Disagree? She seems all uncomfortable and tense over there. Shoot, I'd be laid back, chilling. What's your name? Can I get your number? Can I get your name? All right, we're going to jump into this one. This should be a really fun show, by the way. Please like, share, and subscribe, by the way, to our channel. We have a personal goal we want to meet because we never thought we could ever get there. So we're trying to see if we can achieve this goal. And as always, much love to all of you. Without all of you, what we do isn't possible. We would still be doing it amongst our kids in the kitchen or the living room or wherever else. But because of all of you, we are here. So much love to all of you as we roll into the second week of Wimbledon. You can catch up with Carla on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and as well on personal email, and you can see all of those links if you expand the description field. You can usually hit the down arrow next to the title, and a description, kind of an expansion, will come up, and those links are there. If you wish to catch up with me, just let Carla know on some of those links, and I will come to call. All right? All right, so as we move into today's show, I wanted to start with the first week of Wimbledon being wrapped up and where our fantasy team competitors stand at this point in time moving into the second week. So our fantasy team prize giveaway is for 2 sets of YTEX strings or a 5K tennis shirt or a YTEX shirt, and we do have some YTEX jackets. But now that the first week has completed, I wanted to list the top 4 competitors at this point right now that seem to be on track to be battling it out for the final prize giveaway. And that is for the fantasy teams. So right now we have tied for first 2 competitors.
Wow.
In first place, tied for first, we have number 1, Peter Dijkstra in Sweden. Much love to Peter. He went deep for the French Open giveaway and didn't quite pull it off, but he is very much in the lead here. Peter Dijkstra has only lost 4 players. In other words, 12 of his 16 players have made it into the 4th round, which is extremely impressive.
That is impressive. I've lost so many people. I'm so done in this one.
Yeah, every time I look over here, I'm distracted of what I'm looking at here. So, wait a minute. Peter Dijkstra. See, when I first met her, this is what went down. I was trying to learn coaching and teach coaching, and she rolls around and I can't even pay attention to coaching. Anyway, back focused here. Peter Dijkstra has only lost 4 players, has a total of 38 points, and 12 of his 16 players are in the 4th round. Tied for first place with him is Jordan Nelson, who is relatively new to this channel. Welcome, Jordan Nelson, and I've welcomed him before. But Jordan Nelson has 38 points as well. Has 6 players out, though, whereas Peter Dijkstra only has 4 players out. So 10 of Jordan Nelson's fourth round players are in. So 10 out of 16 for Jordan and 12 out of 16 for Peter. So Peter's slightly in the lead because of more players left. In third place is Yuri Raz, who has a total of 6 players out. So he has 10 left. So 10 of his 16 players are headed to the fourth round and has 35 points. Welcome back, Kasper, a.k.a. Denseville in Poland, who currently right now has 34 points, but has only lost 5 players. So 11 of 16 players are still in the mix for Kasper moving forward. So it looks like we have the 4 following competitors locked in a battle moving into the second week. Remember, most of these 4 players, I think all of them, have Nadal, Djokovic, and Roger Federer.
Yep.
Peter Dijkstra, Jordan Nelson, Yuri Raz, and Denseville, and that is Kasper, are all rolling through into the second week very much in the lead. There's a lot of people left that have, 4 or 5 players left, and maybe even 6 or a little bit more maybe.
That would be me.
But everyone has Djokovic, Federer, Nadal, which the rest of these guys do, so it's going to be tough to compete with them. But I will continue to keep score in case some odd things occur. All right, the tennis racket giveaway is our second prize giveaway for this tournament, and we are giving away a Wilson Burn 100S countervail racket with a 4 1/4 grip, which I will freshly string for whoever wins it with your choice of YTEX strings. If you win it, we will definitely go over the string types and tension, etc., and what you desire, and I will make that happen for you. And I think you will enjoy the racket. Again, the racket is slightly used. My oldest son, one of my 5 kids, used it for 1 year or 1 season of his high school team. Did very well. I think he only lost, 2 matches?
2 matches.
2 matches the whole season.
And he kept it in very good condition.
So there's a few paint chips on it, but nonetheless, it's a very nice racket. It's worth about $200. And when all said and done, strung up and overgripped, etc. Everyone is still very much alive for this tennis racket. Now, there's about 7 or 8 of you that are on the outside looking in. Maybe you lost a finalist, maybe you lost a winner. But there is no one yet that has lost all the qualifications to win it.
I have a feeling, though, that Monday, what do they call it? Manic Monday?
Manic Monday, yeah.
Well, a lot of us are going to lose some of those finalists or pretty much our draws will be destroyed.
Historically speaking, though, there's 29 applicants for this tennis racket giveaway as well with fantasy teams. When there is no one that is out of the mix at this point, going into the second week of the major, generally the tennis racket is given away. Now, remember, Carla and I are competing with you. So again, my finalists and winners are Federer, Djokovic, with Federer winning. My women's is Kvitova versus Pliskova, with Kvitova winning, and Carla's are Federer and Djokovic, with Federer winning, and Serena versus Pliskova, with Serena winning. There's a lot more of them, but just so you know, we are competing with you. But when there's 29 applicants and no one is out of the picture, unlike the French, where almost everyone was out off the top.
Yeah, because that was unexpected. All those semifinalists on the women's side, no one dreamt of that.
Generally, with this many applicants left, the tennis racket will be given away. I know Arvis Jagemeyer has received a racket from us. From the same type of picks over the years. I think Tono or Milo.
Tono, no, not Milo. I told Milo to subscribe and do our contest because they're really good. Those 3 guys are really good.
Really good. They're really good picks. Kasper, aka
Kasper would be in there with them.
He's proved to be well, but again, watch out for Peter Dijkstra, and again, watch out for Jordan Nelson because they are performing very well this tournament. All right, moving forward, let's start the show so we can get on with our evening, and hopefully all of you can, and get ready for a nice day off for Middle Sunday, which is well-deserved. Okay?
Not a day off for us, actually.
Yeah, you can tell by these acute tan lines here that we've been in the sun a lot, and the past few days it's been over 105 heat index. And
we played 4 hours today. We were 4 hours, from 10 to 2?
10 to 2, and then we taught lessons before and after. And then we had equally as an intense session yesterday with no delays, right?
And then tomorrow's going to be worse.
And tomorrow's going to be worse.
Tomorrow's worse, yeah.
All right, I'm going to start today's show, and somewhere around 8 minutes, I'm going to ask a poll question to begin the show. Here's the poll question. Carla is dressed up. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good does Carla look right now? Let's go!
That is so wrong. Why would you ask that? I hate that.
Shoot, I'm going to give it a firework. Woo, woo, woo! Bow! Fireworks in effect! I give her a 10 out of 10. Let's go! Woo! Scale of 1 to 10, how good does Carla look? I give it a 10.9876846. Come on! Damn, girl. Sorry, I just said a 4-letter word. Yeah, I lost consciousness.
Barbara, I hope you're getting a kick out of this.
Kick out of it, nothing. This is what happened to me. This is what happened to me when I first met this girl. I'm like going on with my deal, and I'm like, shh. The rest is history. Bunch of kids rolling around after that deal. Whole bunch of kids. Now I want more. Not really, I'm done. 5's enough. 5K, enough. That's why there's a period right there. 5K tennis, done.
Oh, shoot.
Had to have that period. All right. Real quickly, moving forward, yesterday we had a kind of a fun prize giveaway, and that involved a picture that we showed at the beginning of yesterday's show. And that picture was of Matt Cain, much love Matt Cain, who was watching...
Thank you for sending the answer, by the way. Pretty neat.
Yeah, he was watching our show in a coffee shop, and I think he's in England. I think so.
Yes.
He was watching our show in England, where Wimbledon is taking place, or at least in the country, and was watching our show and sent us a picture with a cup of coffee and the computer screen, and that was it. And we had a prize giveaway announcement that if anyone could guess the type of coffee he was drinking, we would send out 2 sets of YTEX strings. A lot of people guessed. I mean, we had pumpkin spice, we had cappuccino, we had everything. However, no one guessed it. Matt Cain announced the answer a little bit later into the day today, which was a little bit earlier than now, and it was a vanilla latte.
Yes. Well, he had a specific name for it, but we would go with vanilla latte.
Vanilla latte. He had another name for it. If you could find it.
Yeah, the name that he used for it was, I think so, okay. So he said it's closer to latte. It's closer to latte, if anything. He said it's called a flat white, which I have no idea because I only drink regular coffee. That's it.
Yeah, we drink like Folgers out of a tin can.
If I ever went to like one of those coffee shops, and I won't say the name because then that's promotion. Yeah. I couldn't tell you if they asked me, do you want a tall... what? I don't know.
Shoot, I'd be more like, hey, bro, I'm in this coffee shop. I can't quite dig that $6 cup of coffee, but, man, let me taste that. Shoot. Yeah. Be like more like, what's up? You're in there.
Stop. Just concentrate over there, please.
Coffee hit. What's your name? Can I get your number? Can I buy you a cup of coffee?
Not right now. It's too hot.
Shoot. Oh, you studying all that. I'd just be like... coffee? You want to go to dinner after coffee? But you want to do dinner now? You want to skip dinner? What you want to do? I'm in. I wasn't going anywhere today. You want to watch a movie?
When do you watch movies?
I don't, but I mean, whatever pleases your fancy, I'm in. All right, so...
He sucks. You can never sit down with him and watch a movie.
I'm up in 5 minutes. Got time for that. Movies these days are garbage. What was the last good movie you watched, Carla? Can you think about that? What was the last...
The Quiet Place.
The Quiet Place.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with that one.
We sat through that one, actually.
That's the last movie I ever saw.
New movie that we've actually sat through the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the last movie
there's one with Gerard Butler, too.
You just say Gerard Butler because he's like your man, like Thor and everybody else. So, what movie was that, Carla?
You actually enjoyed it.
What movie
actually
was
sat down for it. You remember he was commanding the Russian...
Can you remember the name?
No.
That means you were just looking at Gerard Butler.
I forgot the name.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, though.
It was a good movie. I don't remember the name, but I remember The Quiet Place.
The Quiet Place was really good.
All right, starting off with a quick topic today, and we're going to start out with a topic that involves the one, the only Bernard Tomic, or Tomic, the Australian young man that has been fined his entire first-round winnings for, once again, this has happened to him before, if I remember correctly.
This has happened to him before.
For a level of play not befitting someone at his level in a tournament. So real quickly, Bernard Tomic was docked, which I think is around $60,000-$70,000 US. I think 43.
He was actually docked 45,000 euros, which is 56,000 American.
Yeah, so that's a lot of change.
That's his
now,
full prize money.
I can't comment on this because I did not see the match first and foremost. I didn't see it, so I can't comment it. So I comment on it. So I want to make sure we open up the comment section below for all of you.
From what I know, okay, he played his first. He had to qualify for Wimbledon, so he played 3 matches to get into the main draw. Obviously, he wanted to be there because he played those 3 matches. Otherwise, he wouldn't have worked so hard.
And qualified to get in.
First opponent, unlucky him, is Joe-Wilfried Tsonga.
Who played well.
Who just played Nadal. So his score was actually 6-2, 6-1, 6-1. Or 6-4. 6-1.
Do you have who he played? Do you remember who he played?
Tsonga. He played Tsonga.
In the first round, that's right.
In the first round. Didn't someone else get their prize money taken away at the French Open? A female tennis player?
Yes, we brought this up.
But she hadn't played tennis in years. She was injured. She had a protected ranking.
Yes.
She had a protected ranking due to injury. Well, he's actually played a lot of tournaments before this. He's been trying to get back in the tour. They asked him about this in the interview, and he's like, I don't want to answer it. I didn't play well. I knew I was going to lose. I was down. Stop. I was down, and he's like, I came feeling down already before I played this match. I tried, but there was nothing I can do. So he also has, of course, Kyrgios defending him, Djokovic defending him.
The bad boys of tennis.
I don't know if Djokovic is a bad boy of tennis.
Not disagreeing with anyone. I just said that.
But now he has actually pursued to get legal advice for this. So, because he's fighting it. And I think he should fight it. I don't think that, in his case, I think it's a little bit different. Tsonga is a great player. And probably he didn't have a chance.
Tsonga's a wonderful player.
So, I'm sorry. To me, they shouldn't take his money.
Also, as well, Tomic has never been a super intense player. He always looks like he's moving a little.
He always looks slow. Always looks slow.
So,
it looks like his shots are always half a stroke. Always.
So I wonder if the referee who made this call can have a call. Can the referees get calls? Can the players say, hey, ref, you deserve your funds taken away because your calls are just crap? I don't think the player can call out the referee. But look, Bernard Tomic, by the way, is a good grass player. He's decent. I'm not going to say he's great. I'll have people yelling at me if I say he's great, but he's a good grass court player. If you go back over the many years of Bernard Tomic being on tour, from the points and times where his dad was freaking out and the rest of the craziness that goes along with the charades with Kyrgios and the Davis Cup team and Tomic as well. But take all that junk aside. Tomic has always been a very lackluster player, but when he finds that kind of groove with his lackluster style, he can do well. I don't think that he deserves to be stripped of the entire amount, given that he went all the way through qualifying.
I don't think that I think this is a different case, not unlike the girl
with the protected ranking that just crept in.
Who never played, and this was her first match back. No, he's been trying.
So what are your thoughts on that? I didn't see the match, so I can't confidently talk about it. But if you saw the match, what do you think? Bernard Tomic, I don't think anyone, unless it was something like, and there are rules behind this. There are rules that go behind taking away someone's prize money. It has something to do with not playing tournaments within X amount of days beforehand.
Which he did.
And I forget, there's a rule book, and I should have written down, but I didn't.
He said, well, I was in Vegas. It's not like I didn't get a game. It wasn't 6-0, 6-0, 6-0.
Plus, he went through qualifying, and that's the kicker. But I'm leaving the floor open for that one. Does Bernard Tomic deserve to have all his prize money stripped away? And if he does, why? And hopefully we get some good comments. I would like to read them on Monday's show. Again, I didn't watch the match. We didn't watch the match. We were teaching, so we missed this one. But we would love to hear more about it, okay?
Well, here it says, it's the opinion of the referee that the performance of Bernard Tomic in this first-round match against Joe-Wilfried Tsonga did not meet the required professional standards, and therefore has been fined the maximum amount of €45, which will be deducted as prize money.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot. Yeah.
45,000. Wow. I mean, that's a lot.
Anyway, it was in the opinion of the referee.
Yeah, well, the referee.
So that could be. He could fight that.
Yeah, the referee calls the shot on that, and then I think he kind of correlates with the tournament directors and some other supervisors, and they make the shot. hopefully his litigation behind fighting this doesn't cost him more than the amount that he lost anyway. And that's another thing. Who said, was it Shakespeare that said kill all the lawyers? Was it Shakespeare that said that?
But then it could turn into a suing. Now they sue the Wimbledon. It could get ugly.
Who was someone else that sued the tennis powers to be? Bouchard sued somebody. Anyway, maybe that's karma for Eugenie Bouchard's demise. Who knows? All right, moving forward with a quick topic, and we have been talking about Coco or Coco Gauff for the last few days. Obviously, she's done a really, really, really phenomenal job of being electric at this Wimbledon and causing a whole lot of new breaths of fresh air, in a sense, at least here in the United States for tennis. Again, we've done many shows on what is going on with American tennis. Without Serena and Venus right now, and Venus is going away, what do we really have? So Coco Gauff has kind of re-electrified this topic. However, the past 2 days we have had, and I forget, was it Jaylen Brown?
Oh, you read that?
Was it Jaylen Brown that asked?
No, Wildlife won.
Was it Wildlife? Who asked us if Gauff was overhyped at this point?
Wildlife won.
Wildlife won.
Yes.
So not that I'm going back to that, but we read an article not terribly long ago. I had to write this in on top of what we had already had written in. We read an article that was titled the following, quote, Wimbledon sensation Coco Gauff's dad is being sued by his mum, M-U-M. I guess it was written, again, M-U-M is not a term or a word that we use here in the States, but Wimbledon sensation Coco Gauff's dad is being sued by his mum and family feud over a bar. Translating into at least our language here after having read the article is, hey, Coco Gauff's mom and dad are fighting with one another over money because of something that happened in Florida where one of them...
Oh, I thought her parents were together.
I don't know. Look, the article was in a periodical called The Sun, and it was written by James Beal, B-E-A-L, and Dan Bates. Bravo, Alpha, Tango, Echo, Sierra. Dan Bates. And the article was basically talking about mom or dad or mum. Again, sorry, mum may be something different than mom and dad. I don't know. But the only thing that Coco or Coco Gauff doesn't need right now, we've talked about the hype in the media. We've talked about, is this too much for her? Can she handle it? And out the door we went with that, passing it off, saying, yes, this is a good thing. She should be overhyped.
Yeah, it's mom.
However, this is one of the things that a 15-year-old girl cannot deal with, okay? The media overhype, who cares? Woogus. I have a term, Woogus, which stands for WGAS, Whiskey Golf Alpha Sierra. Who gives a bleep? The S is a 4-letter word. Who gives a... So the media hype, and are they putting too much pressure on her? Woogus. But when you get a 15-year-old girl, and am I correct? It's mom and dad?
It's mom, yeah.
So mom and dad are now fisticuff over something going down in their home, or whether... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to speculate on it. But there's certain things on this planet that little children can't deal with, and that is a torn home. And I want to speak from my own personal upbringing. I don't want to go off into it, but my family was torn when I was 9 years old. Very tough for me to adapt to, and I won't get into that, but it is tough. It changes your life. It changes your mentality.
And it shows her parents together, and that's what I'm asking, which mom? Maybe that's her stepmom. I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't know the details of it. But all I'm saying is there are certain things that will bother a 15-year-old and certain things that will not. I think that is great that our past president, Michelle Obama, who is a wonderful lady, wonderful family, reached out to her and gave her props, adding to the hype and the media aspect of it. However, when you start having things going on inside your own home that may make a little girl cry or teared up, I don't know the details, and maybe I'm overhyping this, but read the article and you tell me, or you tell us in comments, if this is something that could be more detrimental to her from a young girl's perspective or a young boy. I mean, I got kids, I got 5 of them. If we split up, where would they be? If we were fighting over something legally and it was a problem, where would they be? I think it would tear them up more than the media.
It would.
But your thoughts on that? Can a 15-year-old handle something like this? That's the question. It's not whether or not she can handle
I'm just the article is surprising to me because they always show her dad on the stands, and I thought what was to be her mother, unless
and we may be wrong,
and that maybe is his wife. That's helped raise. Who knows?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I've never thought of digging into someone's life. So.
Yeah, and she's 15. Leave her out of it. What does this type of dilemma have anything to do with her? Why would you even want to put it in a 15-year-old's head? Surely she already knows about it. Why do you? This is the type of thing that will push a young girl out of anything.
Someone like Osaka would struggle with that.
Exactly.
Maybe she's a little bit stronger.
Leave the girl's family alone. Let her do her thing, and stay out of that. She's 15. You want to pollute her mind with junk? Then whatever. So, look, I don't know who wrote the article. James Beal, Dan Bates, The Sun, and whether this is Inquirer tabloid type stuff or not. But shame on James Beal and Dan Bates and The Sun in the first place to start knocking on this girl's family when she's 15 years old.
But isn't this when you become famous?
Everybody wants your money.
Everybody wants something from you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
This article should be deleted in my opinion because this is the one thing that she does not need. Fact.
Agree. Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of like Djokovic and his politics. You know, it's like Djokovic. I like Djokovic a lot.
Well,
Not my favorite, but why do you need that right now?
But Djokovic doesn't need to be asked also questions when he wins a match about the ATP Council. I mean, they should leave him alone about that too.
All I know is I was a young boy in a troubled home with drama, and I don't pass blame on things like that. But let's say my road was real rocky because my house was split. I'm going to leave it at that. But this girl doesn't need this. I've been there. Carly, you were there. Okay? We've both been there. A lot of us have been there.
Well,
it never helps.
Well, my parents were together for a while, so.
Anyway.
Mine wasn't as
It's unnecessary. It's just, it's those things that children at this age don't need. Wait till they're older and then do it then. And don't write about it. Just weak.
Well, they probably wrote about it because now
it's something to talk about.
She's in the fourth round, and that gives them attention, and it's something to talk about, and people love negativity, right?
I mean, whatever. Leave the 15-year-old girl out of it, please. Anyway, moving forward. Carla, let's jump right into today's matches.
Well, there's a few things I want to talk about.
Let's roll.
I actually saw a video. I didn't watch the doubles match, but it was Elise Cornet and Petra Martic versus Ostapenko and Kudermetova. They were playing doubles. Ostapenko was serving, and her partner Kudermetova was on the net. You know, you're serving, your partner's there, close to the service line. The person receiving was actually Petra Martic, and Cornet was on the net. So you have the server here, across is your opponent in the net, and the person you're supposed to serve to is Martic. Well, she served her first serve and hit Elise Cornet, and was given the point.
In the wrong court.
In the wrong court. Why? Well, because Elise Cornet never moved. In other words, there's a rule that if you get hit by the ball, it's...
Before it bounces.
Before it bounces. Well, it's your opponent's.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier, and...
Well, she said, you're taking away the point because she hit me? And Ostapenko and Kudermetova started giggling about it. But guess what? They lost the match. You should never giggle about that.
Yeah, this was a very interesting thing for me. I did not know this, and again, as a certified coach, the both of us having grown up in the game, and I have an official rule book in my racket bag that I've been through numerous times. I don't recall seeing this one. So just to kind of simulate this, there's a doubles pair on the court. There's a server. Your partner is at net. You're serving, let's say, into the deuce court. Your returner is over there. And right in front of me, I have the net person, okay? I'm trying to serve across my body into the deuce court, right? I basically shanked the ball. I mean,
she missed it completely.
So in other words, I missed my serve completely. It went so far wide, it went into the opposite receiving court and hit the player. Mm-hmm. Because the ball did not bounce on the ground and hit and struck the player in the air, the servers were rewarded the point.
Well, she hit it with her racket because she was trying to block it.
Yeah.
She didn't expect it. She even screamed. She was like, "Oh!"
So the serve was so far out, it was coming into the wrong court, and the person just blocked it, and the servers were awarded the point. I did not know that in this situation. I knew that if you were encroaching on someone's serve and playing, some type. What do they used to call that? Where Federer used to creep up real short and hit the serve, the saber.
Oh, I hated that.
That was so cheesy,
that
the
was so
saber.
Stupid. Sorry, I said a bad word.
Yeah, the saber. That was so ridiculous. And it got so hyped up, right? That's like some unnecessary hype, the saber.
Yeah.
But this girl wasn't sabering. She was just standing there and got hit with the serve, and they lost the point.
Yeah. But they lost it. Cornet won the match with Martic, and the other girls were laughing about it. Geez, I would have said if I was that person serving, I hit, not knowing that rule and hit somebody,
sorry.
I would have said, you know what, just give him the point or give me my second serve. Don't worry about
something.
Because I wouldn't want to win a point like that, would you?
Yeah, it wasn't like you had someone approaching the net and you went at him like Kyrgios did to Nadal the other day. This was an errant serve that hit somebody, and all of a sudden they win the point.
If you and I play doubles, then my goal is going to be to aim at the person at the net all the time.
Yeah, so if my serve is off and my forehand's on, I'm just going to throw the ball up and just aim for someone.
Yeah,
and
my point.
And if they don't duck, it's my point.
My point.
That's how cheesy this was. I did not know the rule existed. If there's a rule for it, would anyone agree that it should be amended? And if anyone didn't hear about this, check it out.
And I heard some people I read some comments where a guy said, hey, I was receiving a serve and the person served so out that it hit me on the baseline. I didn't have time to move, and it was his point.
Yeah, I did not know that, but I know now. And maybe this is something exclusive to certain tournaments, but I do not recall seeing this in my rule book. And I should look it up, and I didn't. It's been a long day, and I'll have to study that more. That's a great topic, though. Good thought on that, Carla. I remember that this morning. You told me about it, and I kind of let it kind of pass on my thoughts. But great one. Do you have another topic? Or?
Well, we'll talk about Fognini later on, but when we get to his match.
All right, so yes, Fabio Fognini, the beautiful beard with the
not beautiful anymore,
with the crazy comment that Fabio Fognini, we'll get into it, made a comment that involved a 4-letter word. We won't even mention it on the show, and it's not an expletive. It's not a curse word. It's just a word, let's say, you don't use at all in 2019 with crazy things going on in buildings and airports. You don't say it. And man, Fognini, what were you thinking on this one? I'm glad I'm not a big fan because I'd probably be writing you a letter. Oh, man, I just can't do it.
You can't even apologize for that.
You can't apologize to it. Whatever Wimbledon does for this comment, he deserves. And we'll open the thoughts up on that in a little bit.
Yes.
But let's get into today's matches, results, intriguing upcoming matches, even though the 4th round matches for Monday are kind of subpar, in my opinion.
I think most of the viewers answered that. I think you asked a question, your 12 rapid questions. Is this Wimbledon exciting? And most people put no.
Well, it was at first, but we lost Wawrinkas, we lost the Tsitsipas's, we lost the Zverevs, and not that they're all that exciting, but they add flavor to these 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round matches, and they're gone. So we're left with players such as Sousa and Berrettini. No disrespect to those guys, and maybe Berrettini will beat Federer. I doubt it, though. Maybe Sousa will beat Nadal. I doubt it, though. And we're left with matches like this. And again, no disrespect, but again, the 4th round matches on Monday aren't that intriguing, but we'll get into that as well.
And there's a great comment, by the way, I cannot read it, but Trevor Clausen left a great comment on our last video. Read it. Very interesting what he says about the big 3 and why the next gen can't win.
Yeah,
I would read it if I were you guys.
Yeah,
well said.
Trevor Clausen always does a really nice job on writing, and most of the time when we get like really long messages, a lot of time it's just someone kind of
and I'm sorry,
giving a personal opinion.
Jalen Brown, I'm sorry today. I just didn't feel like writing an essay. I had come back after and I've thought about it. I said maybe I should have answered better. I didn't. It wasn't personal to you. I know you love Coco Gauff, and you said why wouldn't you get excited? How could you think that? I think it's great that Coco Gauff is doing what she's doing. I just don't want to jump on any bandwagon. I jumped on Andreescu's bandwagon. Look.
Carla, again, there's no need to apologize in a sense here. The truth be told, we've been around this game since basically birth, and our parents played it, and my parents played it.
And he's a tennis player too.
And we've seen so much of this. I think Jalen Brown was a high school tennis champion, by the way, and that's awesome. So he's surely seen his share of young, talented people that just go away. But again, check out yesterday's video. Go to the bottom of all the, what is it, suggested videos that pop up, and you'll see the comment section.
Yeah.
And check out Jalen Brown's comments. Check out Trevor Clausen's.
His was very interesting.
Check out Jalen Brown's messages and comments and Trevor Clausen's, as well as everyone else's, because everyone that's here now, that's been here for a long time, they're always classy, and they're always very intelligently and professionally written. And these are 2 that deserved an honorable mention today.
Yes, definitely.
All right, let's start out with today's matches. Carla, let's roll.
All right, Ashley Barty takes out Harriet Dart from Great Britain, 6-1, 6-1.
We won't dwell a lot there.
Not surprising at all.
Not surprising.
Barty looked the way she's supposed to look, and she's on her way to the 4th round.
supposed to happen here. Great job for Dart, who I think is a British player, by the way.
Young player, yes.
And at that, I think she was a wild card.
Yes.
So
she was
a wild card.
She was a wild card, so good for her.
Yeah, she made the third round. Great job for Britain. Great job for her. Barty is where she's supposed to be, though.
Definitely. Alison Riss takes out my pick, Belinda Bencic. 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. I was surprised that Riss beat her. So good for the American. I'm proud because, hey, I'm from the U.S. and this is good for the U.S. since we always talk about where are the American players. So good for her. She will have a tough task, though, beating Ashley Barty. She's a different type of player.
Would you say, though, Carla, that the Ashley Barty against Alison Riss match is intriguing?
I
think so.
So, yeah, because she's going to fight. She's going to fight. She's gone to a lot of 3 sets.
I look forward to that match.
Yes. Next match is Serena Williams take out Julia Gorgas, 6-3, 6-4. Made Julia Gorgas look like nothing. Serena's serve was actually on. Pretty quick match in my opinion. Good for her. That means Serena is improving each round she plays.
She dominated her. Serena looked to be in this match back. We'll see how long that lasts. Hopefully it lasts through the final.
Well, I'm sure she's relieved Angelique Kerber is not on that side. Instead, she will face Carla Suarez Navarro from Spain.
Carla.
Who took out Lauren Davis, 6-3, 6-3. And this is why I said, why did Angelique Kerber lose to Lauren Davis? Shouldn't have happened.
Carla,
good opportunity for Suarez.
Carla, does Carla Suarez Navarro have a chance against Serena Williams?
Definitely not.
I think she does.
I don't think so.
I don't think she's going to win. Don't call me crazy.
They played a lot.
But Carla Suarez Navarro has a chance. But I don't think so. I think Serena cruises. No. I think Serena and Barty will clash in the quarterfinals, and I think it'll be a good match.
Well, Barbara Strykova takes out Kiki Bertens, 7-5, 6-1.
Wait a minute, didn't Bertens win?
Bertens lost.
Bertens lost?
Yes.
Oh man, I got that crazy.
Yes, and we said Strykova was going to beat her.
Okay, well, okay.
And she will meet Mertens, who took out Wang. Took out Qian Wang.
Yeah, maybe
3 sets.
Maybe that's easier to keep up with because you have Bertens and Mertens that differ by one consonant, a B or an M, and therefore you have the same name. Does anyone think that Bertens and Mertens are similar type players?
I confuse them both a lot, so I don't know. But good. We said Strykova would get this far. I had her going this far in my draw. I'm not sure why I didn't pick her. I picked Azarenka, which looked terrible against Halep. To me, this is a toss-up with Mertens.
I'm going with Strykova here.
Yeah.
I thought Bertens won, and I'm sorry. It was a long day.
And I know some people picked Bertens, so you better make sure you did your count right.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and check that.
Yes, because there were some people who picked Bertens, by the way.
I'm going to check that while you go. Next match, again, Strykova. I'm going to take Strykova over Mertens. I wouldn't have taken Strykova over Bertens, but I'm going to take Strykova over Mertens.
Johanna Konta takes out Sloane Stephens in 3 sets. Sloane Stephens had won the first set 6-3, and then Konta comes back 6-4, 6-1. This is the 4th time that Konta beats her. Kind of heartbreaking in my opinion, for Stephens, knowing that she had won that first set 6-3. She actually looked pretty solid.
So
against
Bertens
Konta.
did not. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and recount because I wrote down that Bertens won her 3rd round match, and I gave people points for that.
She did not.
I will have to go back and do points. It looks like Peter Dixria had Bertens, and I gave him a point there. Are you sure that happened?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to have to go back, but again, Dead Seville's in there, had Bertens as well, so that would keep it the same. Wouldn't make any difference there. Who else was there? There was Jordan Nelson, who did not have Bertens, so that's going to change things up a little bit. And who was my other one? Who was my other person? I had 4. Jordan Nelson, Peter Dixria. I had Yuri Raz.
Yuri Raz, yeah.
Yuri Raz did not have that as well. I have to go back and count after the show. Disregard the point standings early on. They should still be the top 4, I know, but the points might be different. Those are still your top 4 players, but I have to go back and correct that. All right?
All right.
Let's roll.
So Johanna Konta will be facing Kvitova, who beat Lynette 6-3, 6-2. Kvitova's kind of just cruising along, right? Kind of quiet, sneaking in. She's in the 4th round, faces Konta.
Do you think that Kvitova will cruise through Konta?
I think she'll be challenged in this one. I think that the British crowd will be behind Konta. They want to see a British woman go into the quarterfinals, possibly win Wimbledon, which I don't know if it could happen, but Kvitova's looked pretty solid.
I think Kvitova cruises right through Konta. I wish the best for Konta, and hey, win Wimbledon for your country, but I think Kvitova cruises here. All right. Any intriguing second round or fourth round matches on the other side of the women's draw?
To me, it's Halep and Gauff.
Halep and Gauff. Exactly.
It's the most intriguing match, followed by Martic, because a lot of you guys have her, and Slitovina.
And Pliskova and Muchova could be good as well.
Pliskova should win that.
But Halep Gauff takes the cake.
Yes.
All right, this shouldn't be an arduous men's side to take up too much time because I think a lot of the matches were expected. So let's get right into it. I think the only upset you could say would be Sandgren beating Fognini, but we'll get into that. So start off.
Sam Querrey takes out John Millman 7-6, 7-6, 6-3 in 3 sets pretty quick, and will face off another American, Tennis Sandgren, who took out Fognini in straight sets. Fognini had this match. He was upset that he was on court 14, complained about the court, said the court was not really good most of the time. When you're on the court, you're really feeling frustrated. Talking about court 14. He bloodied his hand by hitting his racket, by the way.
Stupid. And
then said stupid stuff that he should have never said about the country where he was playing. Not good.
I'll ask everybody a question that maybe someone can answer if you've ever been to an airport or have ever seen any type of odd, crazy news in the world in which we live now in 2019. There are a few words that you don't ever say this day and age. I don't care what the topic is. And one of the words, do your research. Check out Fabio Fognini's outburst on Google or something, and I won't even say the word, even though it's not an expletive on this channel, because surely if the algorithms of YouTube are good enough, I wouldn't want it on YouTube either. But there's a 4-letter word that involves something that can really cause tumult in the world, and he used that on the court on top of a country in which it should be used upon. And that, my friends, is unacceptable.
Yeah,
unacceptable.
If I were Wimbledon, the committee in Wimbledon, I would probably suspend him from this or ban him from this tournament after what he said.
The world goes through enough ridiculous things.
I can't believe he even did that.
Surely he was mad, obviously mad enough to bloody his hand on his racket. So in other words, he got bent out of shape and he couldn't stop shooting from his hip and he spoke too much. And oh my goodness, he chose the wrong thing to say.
I don't think I would have ever said that.
All I can say is Fognini, again, I believe in second chances. I've had my share of second chances, believe me. But there must be a price to pay for this one, and I'm sure there's
I'm sure we'll hear about it the next day.
Check it out. Check out his comment. We're not going to talk about it here, but there are certain things you don't say in 2019 in the world in which we live, and he said one of them, and we're going to leave it at that. I'm glad Sandgren won, and I think the Querrey versus Sandgren match might be intriguing in a way, just to see.
You got two low-ranked players there.
One American's going to go to the quarterfinals,
and that will be Querrey, because I guessed it.
And Nadal is going to whip badly one of them, but nonetheless, hey, good for these two guys to be here. I do think Querrey wins that match relatively easy. Do you think that Querrey, if he meets Nadal, has a chance?
If his serve is on, his serve better be on.
Moving forward,
João Sousa takes out Daniel Evans in a 5-set match, 4 hours. They played under the roof. Match was suspended because someone collapsed. They had to empty out the stadium, kind of, and not the stadium. I think they were playing in a different court, so they got moved. But this was 5 sets. Evans had his chance. An opportunity that probably won't come back again.
Yeah, this match reminded me in a way of the Polona-Herzog match against Coco Gauff. What happened here in the Sousa match versus Evans match is at the latter part of it, it did turn into a slice fest. And again, to be expected, I think...
They're tired, I get all that.
Who said something about that earlier today in comments with you? Was it Jaylen Brown? Again, there's nothing wrong with getting tired and slicing, or with my vocabulary, it would be hacking away. We always say you just start to hack away.
That wasn't even an effective slice. It was more like pushing.
Yeah, it got to the point where Evans, and again, Evans is one of those kids like me that's had their share of second chances, and I was really pulling for Evans here. But once he started the hack fest, and you can call it what you want. You can call it slicing or chess or strategy or whatever. But when you get to the point where every backhand you hit is a hack or a slice it's not a chip and charge, it's not a drive, it's a cross court to deep cross court, and that's what it is. So it turns into a hack fest. Unfortunately, once it turned into a hack fest, I assumed that Sousa would take this.
So Sousa grunted so loud, I think Wildlife One says, wow, they should have a screech meter for him.
Yeah, he was screeching after he hit the ball. He would hit it, the ball would be on the way over the net, and then the screech would come out. Didn't make much sense. There wasn't
distracting.
There wasn't a lot of grunting going on Evans' side, so we didn't break the screech level indicator out for this one, but I do agree with Wildlife One that Sousa was really far out there on the grunting level for sure. Sousa versus Nadal. Who you got, Carla?
Nadal, of course.
If you didn't watch the Tsonga Nadal match we did, it was quick.
Quick,
it was
1, 2,
abbreviated.
3, boom, boom, boom.
Enough
Done.
said.
Yeah.
Nishikori against Steve Johnson. No disrespect to Steve Johnson.
Straight sets, 3 sets.
Again, Nishikori, we said yesterday, should cruise through this match. That he did.
Good for him, no 5 sets. He faces Kukushkin, who took out Struff in 4 sets.
Now, good for Kukushkin to be in this set from Kazakhstan. Do you think the Kukushkin from Kazakhstan has a chance against Nishikori?
Yes.
Ultimately, though, if either one of them, Nishikori or Kukushkin, were to win, and one of them is, I don't even know why I said it like that, but does either one of them have a chance against Federer? And better yet, does Berrettini have a chance against Federer?
No, Berrettini struggled with Schwartzman, who I thought was going to take him out in 3 sets. Instead, it went 5 sets. So Federer got through Puig pretty quick. I mean, some close sets, 7-5, 6-2, 7-6, but he should have no problem with Berrettini or this side of the draw. I mean, eventually it will be Nadal, Federer.
Rapid fire question. Are we now set for a for sure collision course with Nadal and Federer in the semifinals?
Absolutely.
Watch out for Query, though. Query can be dangerous.
He can be. He's got to be on.
If he's serving 85%, 80%, and winning 75% of his first serve points, watch out. If not, Nadal will smoke him like bacon.
It is hot, by the way. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair.
What did you say? You're hot.
In my face.
I know.
It keeps going in my face.
I know you're hot.
Yeah, anyways.
All right, on the other side of the draw, the top half of the men's draw, Djokovic, Humbert, we know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Goffin, Verdasco, okay, I have Goffin on my team.
I picked Verdasco on that one.
Peja, Raonic,
Raonic.
Raonic should win that. Benoit Pierre, Bautista, go.
Toss up.
I'll throw the collar up and just say, I don't know. All right? Anyway, can't wait for Monday. There are a lot of big matches on Monday. I will go back and fix these scores. However, the same people I mentioned, Yuri Raz, Peter Dijkstra, Jordan Nelson, and Dedseville are still going to be the top 4, and give or take a point, and I'll go back and do that as soon as this show's over. All right? Intriguing matches, we talked about that.
We did that already.
So let's jump right in to end this show to my favorite part. Let's go! Come on! Wow! 12 rapid fire questions. If you're new to this channel, you must answer these questions quickly. So I will ask 12 questions and a bonus. And if you are playing along here, just type and answer the question as it comes out. If you have to think about it or debate upon it, just say pass. Or if it's something you don't know about, just say I don't know and move forward. But Carla checks all these and we have a good time with them. Are you ready, Carla? Do not look at my paper. You must look at the camera and you must answer them rapidly. Here we go. Question number 1. If I met Carla today for the first time, would I still be capable of getting her phone number?
Yes.
Let's go.
That's a question?
Number 2. I'm just asking. I mean, they got to answer too. I think I'm still trying to do big things at 41. Let's go. Shoot. Think I still get your number? Shoot, get them digits. Question number 2. Should Carla dress up more often?
No. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, she was like in the bathroom saying, this is way too much work for me.
This is too much work.
Too much work.
I didn't even put that much makeup on. I don't even have any foundation, no lipstick. It's just a lot of work.
She hasn't owned a stick of lipstick in a decade, just saying. But I could smell it. Like she was getting ready, I could smell like the flower spray and stuff. I'm like,
all my
what?
kids were like,
I'm like, what?
My boys were like, why, Mom, why? And then my girls were like, Mom, you look girly. Wow, we're so used to seeing you in a 5K tennis shirt and tennis clothes all the time.
Let's go.
And why are you putting that on your eyes?
Shoot. Tell you what I'm going to do. You don't want to know about all that. Question number 3. Yesterday, Yuri Raz, a viewer here, we showed a picture of him on yesterday's show. Yesterday, Yuri Raz showed us a picture of him in the gym. Would you say he's good to go, or he needs to keep training and harder? Giving a thumbs up. Let's go. Get down. Love that.
We know he's athletic, just by the picture.
That's how we roll.
Yes.
Question number 4. Good to go, Yuri. Good to go. Question number 4. If you had to order one type of sandwich such as a BLT or a panini or a Cuban or a club, whatever, what sandwich would you order?
A Reuben sandwich.
I wrote Reuben. I'm not even kidding. Boom. Reuben, what's up? Let me get that phone number, girl. We like the same things. We like the same thing. We got something in common.
My son's laughing over
We
that.
got something in common. We both like Reuben. Can I buy you a Reuben? Huh?
Yeah, go ahead. Good luck finding
I
one.
can buy you a Reuben? Question number 5. In vintage theater, or music or theater of old, and vintage theater, music, etc., if someone performed really badly, we would throw old tomatoes or stinky fruit, etc. at the performers on stage. You know, boo them off, take a tomato to the face, get some, stinky watermelon, get back. If you could choose one player from this year's Wimbledon right now to get a stinky tomato in the face, who would you give it to?
Fognini.
Let's go, Fognini. Give me that tomato face.
Then he'd come back and beat us up.
Shoot. Throw a thing of horse poop on his beard. Have dingleberries in his beard. Be like, what's wrong with your beard, bro? Man, I got horse poop stuck in my beard.
Or one of those, you know, when the hair wax remover things, like you put it on, it's like you spray the shaving cream, throw it on him. So he
Should stick his beard to the wall in his sleep, so when he gets up, he's like, and half the beard rips off. What kind of comment was that, bro? Who's his wife?
Flavia Panetta.
Panetta, you gotta take care
I think
of
she's
that.
scared of him.
Shoot, you better do something. All right, question number 6. When Carla was getting dressed for about an hour and a half.
No, it didn't take me an hour.
It took a long time.
To get dressed, it took me 2 minutes. Dress and shoes, 2 minutes.
But whatever you did in the
my
bathroom.
hair. My hair is so thick, it takes forever.
Maybe next bet I win, we should shave it. I'm kidding, I love your hair. Question number 6. When Carla was getting dressed, she said that this is too much work, quote and unquote, about 27 times.
Yes.
Do you all think that this work was worth it? I do. Swing, pow, pow, flat firework, pow, pow, smoke. Pumped up in here. Still hot. It's all good though. That's how I get down. More heat the better. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the cage. Sup, girl? Let me get those digits. Come on. Question number 7. Would you prefer a job or career where you had to dress up nicely daily? Or would you prefer one where you could just get dirty and put in some work?
Dirty and put in some work.
I'm going.
And I had the job where I had to dress nice daily.
Who needs
That's
it?
a lot of work.
I like getting dirty.
Every day I had to dress up.
That's why I like tennis coaching. I can just sweat it out and smell like
Me too. I love it.
Smell like old socks and still pull it off. Even though I try to stay away from the old sock smell. Question number 8. I am an NBA basketball fan. Some of the footwork and skill sets are absolutely amazing, by the way.
Yes.
After many free agents on the market, such as Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant, etc., avoided playing with LeBron James, who is a member of my Los Angeles Lakers long before LeBron James ever thought about going there.
Your Los Angeles Lakers, okay.
Do you think LeBron James ever wins another NBA championship?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I disagree.
Yes, watch it.
No disrespect to LeBron. He's the ultimate athlete, consummate pro.
LeBron. I love LeBron. I'm sorry.
I like him too, but I don't think he wins another championship.
I love him more than Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, no way. Jordan's my man, bro. I mean,
I love him more than Jordan.
Jordan. You never watched Jordan.
Jordan would beat my Knicks. No, I love LeBron.
What, because Allen Houston and Larry Johnson had something to say and Patrick Ewing? Come on, your Knicks had nothing on Pippen, Jordan, Cartwright, Steve Kerr. Who else?
That's when I used to watch a lot
Rodman.
of basketball, back in those days. A lot.
Anyway, you're not even on the same playing field with Jordan and LeBron, in my opinion. Not even. Anyway. All right, question number 9. Are wooden tennis rackets a thing of the past, or should we incorporate them in some type of tournament today?
We should incorporate them. Definitely. Why not? Just for the fun of it. They do exhibition matches. Well, why not do something with wooden rackets? That would be fun.
So at around 52 minutes, I agree with you. They should incorporate some type of wooden or Whites and Woodies tennis tournament where everyone goes out and plays with a wooden tennis racket. I think all in all, this would be the key to leveling the playing field of who is the best ever. Give them a wooden tennis racket, okay? Wood is wood. It's not graphite mixed with base salt or woofer technology or whatever. Give them a wooden tennis racket. I agree with you, okay? But at 52 minutes or so,
You gonna put the video again?
I will put a link of where Carla and I and the kids were hitting with the wooden tennis racket. It's very possible to play at a high level still to this day.
Yes.
Okay? Question number 10. If the big three, such as, or that being Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, and Roger Federer, had a round-robin tennis tournament with a wooden tennis racket, who would win?
Federer would win.
Federer would definitely win that.
Because he has the
And you
most
can't
touch.
say he
has the most touch.
More
He
touch.
understands it. He understands
More
it.
touch, more variety, more ability to serve and volley continuously. Federer does win that. If anyone disagrees that, I'd love to hear why.
Mm-hmm. We know Rahesh will.
Yeah, Rahesh is coming with something there. I can feel it. But I love you, though. Question number 11. The worst bad habit that you have is what?
The worst bad habit. I don't know. That I can't open things right.
What about sticking toilet paper on the thing
That's
backwards?
what you think I have.
What about leaving the drawer open when you just use something? What about like not being organized? Like when you put paperwork up, it's just like thrown in a pile.
That's me.
My bad habit is I think too much. I overthink things. Like
I can name quite a few, but I'm not
all
gonna.
right, well go ahead.
Nah.
Go ahead.
There's no purpose of it. We're all different. We all have our own things. That's what makes us interesting.
I mean, on a PG level, not getting too personally. My worst bad habit is I think too much. Well, just come on, a personal bad habit, not getting too personal. Come on.
That you get up a lot while we're watching a show.
I'm talking about me. Now you're coming back at me. I'm saying your worst bad habit.
Oh, mine? I already told you that I don't know how to open things
Jeez,
right.
man, she's tripping over here. Looking all good, making me like, huh? Tap mode. It's all right, because I'm stupid.
Look, Christopher's shaking his head.
All right, question number 12. If you could master one musical instrument and play it in front of thousands of people, what would that instrument be?
The violin.
Violin, really? Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
you
good
see,
one.
you see some of these girls in the operas? They are electric.
I didn't choose her or take her for a violinist. I went with piano. I would love to just wail on the piano and be a master in front of everybody, or the drums. I like both. But piano's kind of like tennis, you know. It kind of involves a touch of Federer type class. Like I could see Federer a piano player, but I couldn't see Djokovic as one. I could see Djokovic as a drummer with Sistipas, but I couldn't see.
You could be a guitar player too.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, final question, and it's a bonus. Here we go. Bonus question. Here we go. We are lucky enough to have Carla dress up for today's show.
Ugh.
Choose the next best sentence to complete that thought. So we are lucky enough to have Carla dress up for today's show. Choose the next best sentence. A, Carla should dress up more often. B, Carla should never dress up again. C,
my son's saying yes.
C, Carla should lose bets to me more often. D, don't put her through the trouble of getting ready anymore. E, Carla has graduated to big time levels of doing this and cannot afford to not dress up anymore.
I'm sure they'll be nice. Be nice.
And F, no difference to me how she looks. Doesn't matter to me.
That'll be Rahesh's answer.
I'm going with E. Carla has graduated to the big time level and cannot afford to not dress up anymore. Let's go! All right, everyone, that is it. Much love to everyone. She's been tapping me in the leg forever, ready to get out of this stuff, but I'm wanting her to stay in it. But we'll see how that unfolds later. So that's it, everyone. Much love to everyone. I think that might have came out wrong.
That definitely came out wrong.
I didn't mean that.
That came out super wrong.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was not meant to be implied that way.
Yeah.
But that's it. Much love to everyone. A middle Sunday tomorrow, so we'll have an abbreviated day off tomorrow. We're full of lessons all day tomorrow with a 107-degree heat index anyway, but I look forward to that as well. Great conversations today from everyone. Thank you so much for that. Much love to YTEX Strings and the president, CEO, and owner, Ivor Savage. Without YTEX and Ivor, we wouldn't have these prize giveaways, and we would be searching for other strings to play with because all of us here play with YTEX. So like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Much love again to all of you. Without you, there is no us. And as Carla always says, adios. And that's a cheers, mate. This is a middle Sunday. Cheers, mate. Adios, guys. Take care. We will see you on Monday.